So this is Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Michael Webster. Michael, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. You've just been back in the ring for the first time in over a year. How did it feel to get back out there?
It felt great, yeah. Friday night I was back like 18 months out due to COVID. So great to get back and get the cobwebs off, ready to go again.
And you weren't in there for long, it's fair to say. You got a body shot knockout in the first round. But how much of a thrill was it just to be back out and throwing punches in a competitive environment?
Just be great to be back, seeing the crowd there and the atmosphere was just great. Like I say, it's been a long time out. It's been quite frustrating, so it's good to just get back in there.
And tell us a little bit about the story so far in the pros. I know you were on the podium potential squad for GB, turned over. I had the first few, 3 fights quite quickly, and then obviously COVID hit. And you've mainly fought in the Northeast with, the likes of Phil Jeffries, Steve Wraith and so on, right?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, like you said, I was I turned over and I had a first few fights, and then obviously I was on a good streak. I had my last 2 before Friday. I'd stopped them both in the first as well, so I was just getting the ball rolling. And then COVID obviously come, and I was out the ring for a long time. But I stayed in the gym. I stayed focused, ready to go again. So it's just good to be back active and like being able to actually do it now.
And while you're still in these early stages of your career, you're mainly going to be fighting journeymen, as most young prospects do. Who have you been sparring? Some of the notable names kind of bring on your boxing education in the meantime.
To be honest with you, I don't get much sparring at all.
Oh, really?
Don't no. It's like I say, I have to work full time as well, so it's hard to be able to take time out of work to go and actually spar. So the limited sparring I get, they come and they don't normally come back, to be honest. So it's like it's hit or miss, really.
You mentioned your job there. You work in social care, is that right?
I'm a social support worker. Yeah.
What does that involve, just for people that aren't familiar?
It's basically kids who are in care who are for what circumstances are in there for, like whether there are issues at home or whatever, or they just have a bad background, really. So we get them, we just support them, really. It's not like care, we just support them with like daily life, really.
So you'll kind of help them adjust to how to live, not independently, but to make sure that
it's because we get them when they're like 17-year-olds. So it's like they get a year with us, really. So to try and make them live independent. So once they turn 18, they get them to be able to pay bills and just stuff like that. Just everyday life, really. Just give them something to look forward to, like get them into education or get them a job, even stuff like that.
That sounds very challenging, but also very rewarding.
Yeah, it is. It's good. Like I say, they look up to me because obviously I do a sport background, so I get a lot of them in the gym and that as well. So it's quite good.
Oh, brilliant! And signing with Boxer and by affiliation with Sky Sports, what do you see that doing for your career?
It's massive. It's a massive step in my career. Like I say, it's a big platform to work from, and it's good to have a big platform in the Northeast now. Like I say, we've been missed out for a long time in the Northeast, so it's good to have Boxer and Sky Sports on board.
How much of an influence was some of the bigger Northeast names, the likes of Ritson and Savannah Marshall, signing with the same team on your decision?
Oh, it's a big decision. Like I say, they're massive in the Northeast, and they've brought a lot of attention to the Northeast boxing. Like I don't think we'd be in the situation we are now without them. So it's great, and it's like I say, it's a massive influence for us.
How much are you looking forward to October the 16th, when you'll get to actually step out in front of a live crowd, of course, as well, at Newcastle Arena, and with some of the big names we've just mentioned? It's bound to be a packed house.
Yeah, it's going to be a sellout by the looks of it. It's a great show to be a part of. Like I say, a lot of good fights on the show, so I can't wait.
That'd be great stuff. Just tell us a little bit about your team behind the scenes. So who manages you, who trains you, and so
on? I'm still my amateur coach, Dennis Power. I've been with him since I was like 12-year-old. So, and I have my manager's Michael Marsden. So they've had a good partnership for a lot of years. So I have a good relationship with them both.
How would you like to move now you've got this big backing of Boxer and of Sky Sports? What do you see as your progression, your timescale?
All I need is more rounds. Like I say, I need to be more active and more rounds, and then I'll push for the rankings. It's as simple as that, really. The more fights I get, the more rounds I get, and then the world's my oyster, really.
Who do you see as kind of the best fighters at your weight domestically at the moment?
Well, obviously the standout's Lawrence Okoli, and he's a world champion, so he's number 1 at the moment. But apart from that, I think it's a wide open division, really.
Your Richard Riakpor's obviously signed for Sky as well.
Yeah, he has, yeah.
He's a good cruiserweight, and then you've got Chris Billum-Smith, Tommy McCarthy, guys like that.
Yeah.
Is it just keeping you active that's stopping you getting to that sort of level ultimately?
Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah, I just need to be more active. Like you say, get more rounds under my belt, a bit more experience as a pro, and then, like you say, then we can start challenging for fights like that.
And for people out there that haven't seen you fight and are looking to tune in on October the 16th, what can they expect? How would you describe your own style?
I can box, but I can also fight, and I can punch, as my record shows. So they become for excitement and entertainment. That's for sure. Good
stuff. And before I let you go, just tell people out there how they can find you on the different social media platforms, what your handles are.
On Instagram, it's M_Webster1. And like you say, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on Twitter as well, M_Webster92.
Great stuff. We look forward to watching your journey continue with Boxer and Sky Sports. But yeah, really appreciate it. And hopefully we'll catch up again maybe after the fight.
Thank you, much appreciated. Cheers now.